This is one setting I guarantee you haven't changed. I want you to go into your settings, go over down into interface, and then go over to your gameplay HUD. From here, I want you to scroll all the way down to crosshairs, click square, and I want you to go down to the center dot scale. From here, this is set to default. I want you to change that to largest. You can even change the color of your center dot and crosshair to something like light blue or even light yellow. This is gonna allow you to track your enemies a lot easier. And this is just one of 12 settings that you need to change to go from bot to pro. First and foremost, to help control your recoil, let's go over to your FOV settings. First, I want you to go over to your settings, head down to graphics, and then go down to view. From here, I want you to scroll down a little bit and go to field of view. This is default set to 80, and even if you are on console, I would personally change this to 120. Anywhere from 110 to 120 is that sweet spot. And then make sure your ADS field of view is set to affected. A lot of people have questions on why you do this. And the reason for that is because the higher the FOV, the lower the visual recoil is. If you look at most streamers, you're gonna automatically think Cronus. But 9 times out of 10, the reason why they have no recoil is because they play on a high FOV. If you look at the recoil with somebody on 80 FOV, and then you look at the recoil of somebody with 120, the recoil looks drastically different. Now, there are some downsides to the higher FOV that you go. You're gonna have to play with what works for you. The higher the FOV you go, the better your recoil is. But if you are playing on a 1080p monitor, it is harder to see players. As opposed to the lower FOV you go, the more recoil you have, but you can see players a lot more clear. If you do play on 1080p, I would play with anywhere from 110 to 115. But if you play on 1440p like I do, I would just stick to 120. Now, the next thing we're gonna be doing is changing your aim assist type to dynamic. First and foremost, I want you to go over to your settings and hit controller. From here, go over to the aiming tab and then scroll down to aiming advanced settings. Once you are here, I want you to scroll down to the aim response curve, and I want you to set this to dynamic. There are 3 different types of aim response curves here, and that is standard, linear, and dynamic. If you want the simple explanation, every single pro uses dynamic. It gives you a lot more fine tuning with your aim while still giving you that nice and snappy feel. As opposed to me, whenever I use linear, it's almost too snappy, and then standard feels a lot more muddy. When it comes to the dynamic aim response curve, I think it is the best of both worlds. In close range fights, that aim locks you in and you can track players pretty easily. But you also have that fine-tune adjustment in long range engagements as well. On some very rare instances, some people recommend linear. I personally would stay away from that. Now, if you don't know what stick drift is, you probably are a victim to this. Stick drift is pretty much without touching your controller, your aim just moves by itself. That happens because the sensors inside of your stick are pretty much bad, making it to where you get this stick that quite literally drifts to the side. And as you probably know, that can ruin your aim and tracking. If you want to check if you have stick drift, you can use this test. Head over to your controller settings, go all the way up, and at the very bottom, it's going to say Deadzone inputs. From here, I want you to click show more, and then at the bottom, it can tell you test stick Deadzone. Go ahead and turn that on, and it can tell you whether your stick is drifting. If your stick is drifting, whether it be the left or the right, on the bottom, it'll have a percentage. If that percentage is not a 0, that means you have stick drift. Me personally, I do not. But if it did, it would look something like this. So how do we get rid of this? The most important one here is your right stick minimum dead zone. I personally play at 2, and I like it like this because I don't get stick drift, but the goal is to have this as low as possible without getting any drift. What I would recommend to you is keep putting this up until you no longer have any stick drift on your right stick. And same thing for the left stick dead zone as well. But there is one secret tip that not a lot of people know about. If you go to your left stick maximum, I want you to put this over to 60. What this is gonna pretty much do is activate your auto tack sprint as fast as you can. In this game, whenever your left stick hits its maximum output, you start auto tack sprinting. So by reducing that dead zone, it allows you to auto tack sprint technically faster. So for me, I'd put that over to 60. For the next tip, let's go over and set your vibration to off. And I want you to scroll down to controller vibration and make sure that is set to off. So the reason why we turn that off is because whenever we're aiming, and Call of Duty does require fine aim, you want to have the least amount of distractions as possible. So whenever you're getting shot at and you feel those rumbles and you feel the vibration in your hands, sometimes that can ruin your aim. I understand from a comfortability perspective if you might like this, but I do think even the 1% matters here. Fine aiming in Call of Duty is very, very important, so the least amount of distractions possible, the better. Now for the next setting is your motion blur set to off. So go over to your settings and go over to your graphic settings. From here, go over to the view tab and then go all the way down to world motion blur. Set that to off and your weapon motion blur set to off as well. Quite simply, this makes your game less blurry whenever there's movement. This will make it a lot harder to miss enemies on your peripherals or see somebody across your screen, or even if you're looking at your minimap and not looking in front of you, motion blur only adds more effects and more distractions. Whenever you're in intense situations and intense gunfights, you want to make sure you're not missing a single thing. It's crazy how much your brain can actually process whenever you're gaming. So by reducing that motion blur, there are less distractions and you can process things a little bit clearer. Now this next setting here is going to make you feel and look like you're moving like the pros. Right underneath the weapon motion blur, there is first person camera movement. By default, this is set to 100. I want you to go ahead and put that down to 50%. What this does is this reduces the shake of your player whenever you're jumping, sliding, or even getting shot at. What this does by turning it off is makes your character feel locked in and stable, as opposed to feeling this crazy goggle movement where it feels like your player isn't really lining up to what you're seeing. Don't minimize how much this actually helps, because whenever you're running, mantling, getting shot at, sliding, this all comes into effect. I promise you it's a night and day difference having this on and off, so make sure you do turn this down to 50%. The next tip is make sure you turn on your tactical sprint assist. I want you to go over to your controller settings. From here, go over down to the movement tab and then scroll to your sprint assist. From here, it's normally set to off. I want you to turn on tactical sprint assist. Now we're not done here. I want you to click show more and make sure your sprint assist delay is set to 0. This is the most important setting here, so make sure you have this set to this. What this is going to do is that every time you move your left stick forward, you automatically go into a tactical sprint assist. And then by changing your sprint assist to 0, it's going to make it to where there's 0 delay whenever activating that sprint. If you ever wonder why players like Aiden and Diazbiffle look and move incredibly fast, it's probably because they have this setting on and you do not. This is quite literally a cheat code when it comes to having that secret and buttery movement. Now for the next tip, we're not done with movement. We're about to make your movement feel even better. I want you to go ahead and turn on sprint restore and slide maintain sprint. So go over to your settings and then go over down to your controller settings. From here, go to the movement tab and I want you to scroll all the way down to sprint restore. Turn that on, and then immediately under that, slide maintain sprint, turn that on as well. Sprint restore allows you to resume sprinting after various actions without being required to press L3 again. What that means is the least amount of buttons that you have to press, the better when it comes to movement. It automatically reapplies your sprint after performing actions. And then when it comes to slide maintain sprint, this continues to sprint after performing a slide. This requires less input from you and makes your movement even better. And as you know, we all love the slide cancel, so make sure to have this on. For the next tip, let's go ahead and change your sensitivity and ADS sensitivity. Call of Duty recently made a new update where they changed their normal sensitivities from normal 11223344 all the way up to 20 to now it's in a lot more increments, but it goes up to a 4x. So if you used to play on 2020 sense, that is pretty much 4.0 now. Don't worry, I got you covered with the settings. Head over to your controller settings here, and I want you to scroll down to horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick sensitivity. I would highly recommend to keep these the exact same for both, but some people like to have one higher than the other. I think the number one thing holding a lot of players back who are watching this is that they play on too high of a sensitivity. I understand that we all loved 2020 sense back in the day, but when it comes to shooting and not missing a single bullet, the lower your sense is, the easier it is to control. And if you have really good centering, you don't need to play on a high sensitivity. So my recommendation here is to keep this between 1.5 and 1.9 maximum. If you really want to play on a fast sense, I would keep this at 1.9, but me personally, I play on 1.5. This is about equivalent to a 6.6 sensitivity back in the day. Just to give you some examples, Diazbiffle plays on 1.5, Aiden plays on 1.6, and players like Shifty and Soka play on 1.8. If there's anything you take from this video is please make sure do not play on too high of a sense. Now let's go down to your ADS sensitivity. From your controller settings, I want you to go to the aiming tab and click sensitivity multiplier. From here, I want you to scroll down to ADS sensitivity multiplier. All this setting does is it changes the sensitivity whenever you're aiming down sight. There's two different types of sensitivities, and that is whenever you're not aiming down sight and then whenever you are aiming down sight. I personally play on 1.0. And that is only because I play on a relatively slower sense, 1.5 or 6.6. Now, if you do want to play on a higher sensitivity like 1.8 or 1.9, then I would recommend to drop down your ADS sensitivity multiplier to somewhere between 0.8 and 0.9. I know players like Aiden that play on a 1.6 sensitivity with an ADS sensitivity multiplier on a 0.9. Everybody is different, so play with this and see what you like. Having that ADS multiplier just a little bit slower is going to help you track players a lot smoother. especially if you play on higher sense. For the next setting, I want you to have your armor behavior to apply all. Let's head over to our controller settings, and from here, I want you to go to the combat tab. I want you to scroll down to the armor plate behavior, and I want you to change this to apply all. What this does is whenever you hold your triangle button, it doesn't just apply one plate at a time. You hold triangle and it will apply all 3 plates at once. This makes it to where you don't have to hold triangle, put on 1 plate, hold triangle, put on 1 plate, hold triangle, put on 1 plate. You hold triangle once and it puts on 3 plates. This is a huge tip that I do see a lot of new players not having on. This is going to give you that competitive advantage to a lot of players who simply don't even know about this setting. Warzone is all about the milliseconds. And if you can save time from having to press buttons over and over again, like applying plates, that's all the advantage you need to get a heads up on your enemies. If you don't have this on, you're going to be applying 1 plate at a time while trying to run away, and you're probably going to die. Lastly, let's go ahead and adjust our interface for maximum performance. So scroll down to your interface settings, and I want you to go to your gameplay HUD. From here, I want you to change your minimap shape to square. Changing this from circle to square is going to make it to where you can see more of your minimap, giving you that slight advantage over everybody else. Then right above minimap shape is your HUD bounds. What I want you to do is bring this as close to you as possible. By default, it's going to be set all the way out here, but what I want you to do is drag it as close as you can to the center of your screen. What this does is it makes it to where all the important information that you have to know is closer to the center of your screen. Have you ever noticed pro players looking up to their left whenever they're playing the game? A lot of people might think those are cheats, but in actuality, they're looking at their minimap. And again, the least amount of movement you have to have when looking up at your minimap, the better. These little split-second settings really do add up at the end of the day. Now, for one last bonus tip for those of y'all that lag and don't have good internet, head over to your graphics settings and go to the quality tab. From here, scroll all the way down to on-demand texture streaming. From here, I want you to set this from optimized to minimal. If you look at the description here, it says surface textures are downloaded from the internet as you play the game. Necessary to provide color details on surfaces, you can set a daily download limit. So by setting this to minimal, it downloads only the essential texture data to run the game. As opposed to whenever you have optimized, it downloads additional high quality texture data to enhance gaming experience. So if you don't have crazy good internet, set that to minimal. If you don't have the greatest connection, you want to make sure all that connection is going into actually playing the game, not downloading things in the background. Now let's test these settings in a real Rebirth match and show you how broken these really are by dropping back-to-back 40s. All right, here we go. Let's get mixy here, man. Let's get mixy. All right, there's a lot of heads here. Oh my goodness. Yup. Damn. Close, right? A lot of heads here. That's underneath me. Oh, that guy was... Oh my gosh. There's a lot of heads on me and I don't have a lot of bullets on this. Oh yeah, that guy had apply plates. Apply all plates. He had it on. I'm not gonna lie. His dynamic aim is just looking nice. It's feeling nice and good, man.
Only 10 left.
Okay, that guy's not on me. Nope. Nope. You're lost in the sauce, sauce. Oh no. It's on me. I gotta be careful. Play all plates. Put them on. Behind me. Okay, I need my guns. I knew you had it. Why did I know you have it? I gotta kill this guy first. The other guy's behind me. I gotta run. I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of hard. That's what I need. I'm dead. No, I got stuck. I got stuck. Okay, all good. I gotta get my loading now. I got stuck, man. All right, 2,700. I ain't gonna lie. We've kind of starting off a good start here. All right, let's see. Let's see. Come on, man. Stop it. Don't. Get away from me. Stop it. Get away. You got 8 seconds. Don't die. Oh, no. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I will survive. Oh. I will survive. Give me a gun. Give me a gun. I need a gun. I got a pistol. Okay, I need a gun. I lied. I'm out.
Get hunting.
Oh, come on. Okay, we're good. Now, I just need 6K. Reload this, get some plates. Now we play it. All right, we're vibing. That's right. Notice how I'm keeping my center dot on the enemy as much as I can. My center dot, I'm trying to keep it literally where I think an enemy is going to be. They're above me. One. That is above. Yep. Yo. Get up and move, buddy. Guys behind me. I don't want to wipe these guys. These guys are not good. What the? What the? Dude, what are you doing? Okay, so the homies here. All right, we got our loading now. Let's go. Oh, dude, it's crazy. With dynamic aim response curve, you can actually feel how much of a difference it makes. Let's grab our Cypher. Let's grab our new C9. Yes, sir. For those of you that didn't know, the C9 got a buff. Oh, no, I wiped them. I didn't want to wipe them, man. I didn't want to wipe them. Okay, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. We got 7,000, maybe a little UAV skis. What are you doing? Doing here? Doing here, buddy? Where are you? I literally couldn't even see that guy. Let's get a UAV. All right, we got 19. Not bad. 19 with 21. I think the most out of this. I feel like we don't have... Like, there's not a lot of people up already. The lobby kind of died super fast. Shoot. Okay, that guy died. See, dynamic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, 120 FOV, zero recoil. You guys are underneath them.
Enemy airstrike in the area.
Another one. Okay, this guy's up in the air. There's a whole team down low. I gotta be careful with that squad. These guys might actually be up top on the roof. Anyway.
LDB off. Remaining operating.
Oh shoot. I didn't know it was that close. Back it up. Thank you for smoking me out. I need a UAV. This guy's still using RPG. Back up, disengage. Okay. I know where the last one is. He's in the air. Let's not worry about him. Let's let them regain. Yes, sir. Grab this, grab that. All right, 25. This lobby dying way too fast. Let's get an advanced UAV though. I know that I should have waited because there's about to be a fire cell, but you know, hey, I'm not patient. These guys are up top. Wait, these might be all four up here. This could be not the right play, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Kind of don't want to do that fight. No, I missed my jump. I didn't mean to. Okay, this is gonna be a weird fight. I don't know if I should take it like this. I'm gonna try to take this. I'm gonna try to disengage here and play the side. I'm gonna play this side here and try to catch him off guard. Because there is 4 here. I knew I came here. That's 1. Kill him, put on plates. I have the advanced UAV. I'm gonna try to get the heady on top of this building. I'm making call outs. Got another one. That guy's not here. Let's leave the 4th. Alright. I'm gonna leave that last guy up. Alright, all good, all good.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Gotta be careful here. Don't get a bullet. It's disengaged. Get out of here. Guy's still above me. Gotta be careful. Yeah, these guys have claymores, all that stuff set up. I'm gonna try to disengage, go around, and play from there. I don't want to put myself into a bad situation there. All right. Go up here. We got 28. A lot of players above me, man. Gotta be careful here.
Gas is inbound.
I know that there was 4 there. If I can get on top prison, that could put me in better position to kill these guys. Just don't want to die in the process. And this guy's here too. This team's far away.
Enemy destroyed.
I got clustered.
Attack map to hunt down the rest of them. Fire sales open.
Dude, this bullet velocity is insane on this gun. Oh my god. Yo. 120 FOV, man. I'm telling you. I think there was like 4 guys here. I need more money and I need to get an advanced UAV here. Nobody up here. There's still 14 up. Shoot. Oh, I'm shooting right now. I'm shooting.
Mark remaining operators. Hunt them down.
I got up. There's 2 there that I know. I'm at the place right. Maybe throw a little bit of shock stick.
Be advised,
Impact.
resurgence is no longer active. This is for keys. Supply crates have been restocked.
He back up. Get it. Not getting pings in this guy. Gotta be careful. This sounds like multiple people underneath me. I'm gonna use this as a heady here. He's not gonna expect that. Another guy underneath me. Guys, I think there's 2 underneath me. I'm gonna let these guys res. Let's go. Okay, okay, okay. 36. Notice how like I don't have to move my head too much when I'm looking up left to see what the minimap is because I put my HUD bounds down. Oh shoot, no. All right, I gotta be careful here. Oh my gosh. You had the chance and you blew it. You had the chance and you blew it. You had me. You had me. Going up. Oh my god, where's that from?
Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh, this Krig is so good. This Krig has no recoil now. They made it so good.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think the Krig was ever bad. I don't think the Krig was bad. They just made it like insane. Let's keep this high ground here. Make sure nobody can flank us.
Gas is moving.
This guy's gonna grab his stuff. I'm gonna have to beam these guys off. 70 bullets. That's a good thing about this gun. 70 bullets. That's 1. I hear another guy under. 48 bullets here. There might be 2 in front of me. I gotta be careful. I think both teams are here. He's gonna res again. 40. We have 40 kills. Let's get this win. That's not the guy. That's a down. I think there's still a missing one. There you are.
Enemies are dropping into the air.
Oh my god. You should not have done that. There you go. That's the guy I was looking for.
We're in the last 2 now.
It's 1. All right, last 2. 1v2. Easy kill here. Missing 1 more. 44. Where's the last one? Where are you? Gotta be careful with this. We don't scam this, right?
You're losing ground. Move it.
Alright, so I know he's under me. Okay. I know he's underneath me. There it is. I let him make the mistake. I let him make the mistake. Hey, yo. Yo, we were beaming there. We were beaming there. Let's go.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
Nice. A sniper off rip. Nice. 2 snipers off rip. Oh, nice. I got the PP. We love the PP. Oh, I'm 5K already. Hold on. No, I'm dead. Ugh. Oh, man. No, 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 no. All right.
Stand by for redeployment.
I got 3K. Let's make it worth our while. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Yo, I just got blessed. I just got blessed that these guys weren't paying attention.
Hunt down the rest of them. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
What the? How did that man pull that? Goodbye. I have 9 bullets. 9 bullets in a dream. Shoot. Okay, buddy. Oh no, I'm dead.
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, this gun requires you to reload so much. Reload.
From that squad.
That's right. Oh, no, he has a rocket launcher.
9 left. Keep the pressure on. We've got 10 squads active.
I got money now. Yo, what is this gun, bro? Lucky Chamu! Lucky, my goat!
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I gotta get my loadie right here. Like, dude, there's so many heads here. I hate that glitch. Above me.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Oh, I hate that. I always do that. All right, we're good. Let me try to get up now. Get away from that. Lucky Chamu Baba. Just like old times, Lux.
Yeah.
This.
UAV is on low.
Okay, buddy. Job.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map.
I don't want to kill you, bruh. You're challenging me. Yeah, that's on you.
Good kill.
Let's go. I think I helped him stay alive enough.
Get hunted.
Stop. What are you doing, Lucky? Lucky, what are we doing? Lucky, Lucky Chamu. Listen, bro. I love you, Lux.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Oh my God, he scared me. He scared me.
Destroyed. Use your tac
I ain't gonna lie,
map
that
to
scared
hunt
me.
the rest of them.
That scared me pretty bad. Okay. I'm telling you, man, this, like, if you're on PC and you're like on 1440p, I'd highly recommend make sure you guys are playing on 120 FOV. I feel like there's very few reasons why you shouldn't, you know?
We've located the rest of them.
Wow.
Target down.
That guy ain't shooting like Lucky. Or maybe he is, you know? Maybe he is shooting like Lucky. I'm just kidding, Lucky. I love you. I love you. All right, yo, these guys, yo, we are farming these frauds. We are farming these frauds. Look at that. Apply all. I don't even got to put on the next one. Brother, y'all are just running at me. Shoot your guns.
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Enemy dropping in.
I'm sorry.
Hostile UAV
I'm sorry.
in the area.
I don't mean to do it to you, but I kind of... Oh, there. T9, one of the best feeling guns in the game, I swear. T9, one of the best feeling guns in the game, I swear. We gotta zip up. I mean, I have so much money. Like, what am I doing, you know?
UAV available for tasking. UAV standing by. UAV available for tasking.
I don't want to, like, mess up my flow by hitting that. Okay, there's 2 on this angle. Oh, all 3 on this side. Okay, both of them. Dead. Go. This guy's up top. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't want to wipe here. I gotta be super careful. There's one guy up top of the roof. Dead. And that's a wipe. I didn't want to do that, man. Oh my god, I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Sorry, dude.
We've located the rest of them. Enemies are dropping. Watch the skies.
Dude. Yes, sir.
You're losing ground. Moving. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting.
Why are you doing that? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
No, slide. Jesus. I think there's still guys under me. Let me drop down.
UAV standing by.
Okay.
UAV available for tasking. UAV
Let's get a self as well. Yeah, we need a gassy. All right, we got the advance. Let's go back up and let's try to play these guys on the left side, man. These guys are have good positioning. They could kill me if they want. That guy. Oh, buddy, you are not shooting like that. You are not shooting like that.
Both remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
These guys are just gonna hold each other out. There's 4 there. That's the same squad that I've been frying. Let's go far right here. Dude, I am cooking this guy.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Wait for this. Man, I could hold him out. I feel like let's just go get kills over here to the right.
Station pricing.
Those guys are just, you know, they're just playing. They're playing way too slow. I'm not gonna fight them. Let's focus on these guys in front of me now. This guy's in the corner. He's climbing up now. Bottom. Oh, this guy's down low. He's on the outside. He's on the tower. This is gonna be so hard to get down. All right, I gotta be careful here with these guys.
Window is ending. Watch your 6.
Guys are up top. Okay, if I can get above, see, okay, I gotta be very careful climbing this top because there's guys to my left. Oh my god, he's literally a bullet. Whole team across him.
UAV in the area.
Come on, Chami.
Got gas moving in.
I gotta play my life here. I gotta slow it down. Yeah, I might be able to go get fire cellar. Dude, that guy is shooting too. See, oh, there's what? Are you guys here? Oh shit.
UAV overhead. Fire failed. Back to normal. Half remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them.
I'm in.
You did not.
I
Right
did.
here.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Enemy destroyed.
I did.
Use your tac map to hunt down the
I
rest.
said no, you did not. I did.
3 squads left in the war zone.
To your left,
Stay
green.
alert.
To your left, green.
All right. Above me.
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
All right, 3 teams left. I gotta be super careful here. I gotta be super careful here. Team to my left, team to my right. So many heads here, bro. AJ shooting him down.
No, that was.
Play this slow. There's like 3 guys here. Nope, lucky. Sorry.
Only 2 left.
That's a wipe. 1v1. Come on, baby. That's one. I think he's in front of me. I gotta be careful here. I know this guy's gonna play ratty. Where is he? Close to me. I'm gonna try to play for a sound cue here. Where is this guy? He was down low to the right. Live mark them. Yeah, go ahead. Use this as a heady back up so he can barely see me. If he does decide to chow, yeah, get your homie up. Oh, he didn't. He didn't get his homie up. He thought he could do it. He thought, man. Oh, hey, them settings be shooting straight.